I think it's ridiculous, and I think that it is what I call an act of war. We've had a phenomenal relationship with the state over the past 9 years at least, and it's unnecessary to disrupt this relationship that's been productive, not just for the state, but also for the city. The airport has not been a perfect place, but neither has state government. So the notion that the state can run the airport better is presumptuous at best. The notion that the state is without flaw is absolutely not correct.
While bill sponsor Senator Burt Jones called the airport a jewel for Georgia when he appeared on Lawmakers last week, he says the city of Atlanta has had too many problems to continue overseeing its operations.
The genesis behind my proposal has to do with the procurement and vendor selection process. For decades now, we've had a process that has brought on indictments, has brought on investigation, has brought on federal investigations, and it's also brought on prison time for elected officials. So that's really the root of what I'm trying to get to as far as my issue with how the airport is currently being managed right now.
This notion that there is corruption at the airport is based on issues that were documented 20, 25 years ago. But that being said, we recognize that there's a federal investigation going on. We have proactively taken steps to shore up our procurement process, which, by the way, is even more transparent than the state's process. So as of now, we have already navigated to an e-procurement system. We also have layers that make sure that anything over a certain amount goes through the procurement process and also before the Atlanta City Council. Our new director of procurement is a retired lieutenant colonel from the military. He ran procurement operations for the federal government. He's bringing best practices on the federal level to us to implement. Many things we've already done. We are also creating a task force that is going to go even beyond that and give us additional recommendations on what we can do to shore up our procurement process.
Not even just the reality, but the perception is a problem in terms of people thinking that the city can't handle running the airport. How do you respond?
I understand concerns about perception, but then there's also reality. And what I would say is that when you live in a glass house, you shouldn't throw stones. The state's had its own challenges. When the states had challenges with procurement with some of our university partners, there was not a call for the Federal Department of Education to come in and take over. When the state has had any number of ethical allegations, there's not been a call for the feds to step in and take over.